Good morning, afternoon. Good afternoon, gamers. What is up? What is up? We are learning Python. You're telling me a panda wrote this? We're specifically learning pandas. Because I want to use it. I want to use pandas for my work and other things, actually. So, that is... I'm actually turning on my work computer so I don't miss any, like, notifications and stuff. Sweet. Okay. Oh, I'm in a little bit of pain. Jesus. Arm pain today. Ugh. Alright. So you guys just get to see the terminal, the code and the terminal, because it doesn't really fit with all the stuff. Then you wouldn't get to see my lovely room that I have here. Although I should probably move some of this. Maybe like over here. Maybe I should move a little bit over. And I do have the Ferret TOS up and working. Alright, there we go. Ah! Now I'm where chat is. Chat, move! I could make myself a little bit smaller, huh? I could put chat here. There you go, chat. There you go. Are you happy? Are you happy, chat? Chat, are you happy? Answer me. Okay, sorry, I'm losing it. I'm procrastinating, let's be real. Here we go. Select columns. Now we know how to create and load data. Let's select parts of those data sets that are interesting or important to our analyses. Suppose you have the data frame called customers. I'm a little bit ahead, by the way. I've already kind of started this, but I'm still in like the first part of the module. So the only thing I've learned is just how to load in with CSV. Suppose you have the data frame called customers. Data frame is just like the Python table, basically. It's like it putting the CSV into like a table that Python can read. Also, I just realized there's like a little tiny bit of white space that was bothering me. Sweet. And I can even like bring this up a little bit too. You guys don't need to see the other stuff. Beautiful. And now I can... Maybe now this is a little cut off. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. I could. I wonder if I can make... I wonder how much you would be able to see of the instructions if I did do like this. I guess you don't really need to see the terminal, do you? If somebody comes in and complains because they want to see my outputs, but it's gonna be... The outputs are gonna be pretty boring, so... I'll have it like this. This is fine. I can make myself a little bit smaller too, I guess. You can see less of my beautiful face. Ta-da! Make my table a little small. No, not just the laptop, the table too! Together. Okay, fine. That doesn't work. Got it. Cool. Thank you. Realism. Let's fucking go. Okay, I'm done with the housekeeping stuff. I'm ready to, ready to get to work. Oh, should I go in Discord? Why not? Set channel status to Python stream. Set status. Booyah. Okay. Now I'm done procrastinating. Let's go. I feel like I need to move chat again. Whoops. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. Let me change chat size. Where's the chat widget? There it is. Font size. Theme selection, chat feature settings, filters, font and background settings. How the hell did I do this before? How did I set the size of this thing? Let me try properties. No, this is just where I was. Oh, here we go. It's right here. Let's do width 600, height 400. Okay. Now that's still... It's still a little big, but... Okay, I'm gonna go back to width 250, height 600. I'm just gonna keep chat here. It's gonna cover it up a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, back to work. Okay, this time for real. Suppose you have a data frame called customers, which contains the ages of your customers. Perhaps you want to take the average or plot a histogram of the ages. In order to do either of these tasks, you need to select the column. There are two possible syntaxes for selecting all values from a column. Select the column as if you were selecting a value from a dictionary using a key. In our example, we would type customer's age to select the ages. Okay. Because the customers is the name of the data frame. Oh, sorry. I was confused because I was looking at this and I was like, there's no customers or ages here, but this one right here. Name, age. Okay. Data frame called customers. So we do customers, name of the data frame, and then age. Select the ages. If the name of a column follows all the rules for variable name, doesn't start with a number, doesn't contain spaces or special characters, then you can select it using the following notation. df.my, so data frame, dot my second column. Oh, my session timed out. What the fuck? I took too long. If the name of a column follows all of the rules for a variable name, doesn't start with a number, yep. In our example, we would type customers.age. Okay. When we select a single column, the result is called a series. The data frame represents data collected by 4 health clinics run by the same organization. Each row represents a month from January through June and shows the number of appointments made at 4 different cities. You want to analyze what's been happening at the North location. Create a variable called Clinic North that contains only the data from the column Clinic North. Okay. So it would be Clinic North is equal to df dot age. So this would be df dot Clinic North. That's easy. Am I overthinking this? Am I underthinking this? I underthought it. Please define your variable. Am I missing something? In our example, follows all the rules. Oh, I misspelled clinic. Oh my god. That was silly. Now exactly have you selected? After you create the variable, enter the command. See what type of data you created. How is this different from what you get if you type the following print type df? Well, that would be the whole data frame, while this is just that one series, the one column, values in that column. Yay! Alright, selecting multiple columns. When you have a larger data frame, you might want to select just a few columns. For instance, let's return to a data frame of orders from shoefly.com. We might just be interested in customer's last name and email, and we want a data frame like this. To select 2 or more columns from a data frame, we use a list of column names. To create the data frame shown above, we would use new underscore data frame is equal to orders, because that's the name of the first data frame, last name, email. Make sure that you have a double set of brackets or this command won't work. Okay. Now you want to compare visits to the northern and southern clinics. Create a variable called Clinic North South that only contains the data from columns Clinic North and Clinic South. Okay. Clinic North South equal to df double brackets Clinic North Clinic South. Run. When we select multiple columns, do we get a series or a data frame? Data frame. After you print the type. Okay, I'm guessing data frame, right? Come on. Yes, data frame. How is this different from what happened in the previous exercise? In the previous exercise, we were just pulling, does it still have all my info? If it deleted it, that would be annoying. Yeah, it was just a series, so it's only one column's worth of information. Well, this one, it's 2 columns, so now we have a data frame. I've hacked the data frame. I'm in. All right, let's revisit our orders. Maybe our customer service department has just received a message from Joyce Waller. So we want to know exactly what you ordered. We want to select a single row of data. So we've been working in columns. Now it's time to work in rows. Gosh darn it. Data frames are 0 indexed. Hi, 𝗥𝗂𝗧𝗥𝗧. Welcome, welcome. Meaning that we start with the 0th row and count up from there, just like the French. No, the opposite of the French. Because when we count floors. If you know, you know. Joyce Waller's order is the 2nd row, so we select it using the following command. Okay. Okay, so this is 0, 1, 2. Okay. When we select a single row, the result is a series, just like when we select a single column. You're getting ready to staff the clinic for March this year. You want to know how many visits took place in March last year to help you prepare. Write a command that will produce a series made up of the March data from data frame from all 4 clinics and save it to the variable March. Okay, so that's easy. March equal to df dot month. It'd be 0, 1, 2, so it's 2 again. Let me guess, it's gonna have us print the type. Oh, fuck! Looks like March isn't a series? Oh, no, variable March. Okay, I made a March variable, df.month 2. df.iloc 2. What the fuck is iloc? Wait. Oh, this is a command? Oh, I'm a dummy. Okay. I thought this was... I didn't even look at the column. Using the following command. It also just didn't explicitly say that, like, I don't know. Cope. I'm huffing copium hard. In my PANDAS 101 class. Mildly scared it's just gonna dox me over here. Okay. You can also select multiple rows from a data frame. Here are a few more rows from Shoofly's orders data frame. Woo! Panda. Panda. Let's select all the rows starting at the 3rd. Okay. What does iloc stand for? I wish they would say these things. Because, like, I get that it's command, but obviously the names mean stuff, right? There's a reason why the person who wrote this module chose iloc. But not including the 4th row. Is this one including? No, that one's also not including. Ba-dink! Orders.iloc 3 is my favorite Bible passage. LOL. Do you think somebody has made a Bible module? I bet somebody has. A Python Bible module? Hold up. Python Bible module. Yep. Oh no, it's because it's... No, this is like a Bible for Python, like, you know, the Python Bible. Oh no, I was right. Here we go. Python Bible. The Python Bible library serves several purposes related to the Christian Bible and scripture references. I should send this to Queenie. Import Python Bible as Bible. Incredible. Incredible. You know what's funny? For my Python final, because I actually took a beginner's Python class and I finished it and I got 105% on the class. Hell yeah, gamers. But on the final, it was we had to make a blackjack game, and I'd actually already made a blackjack game for the homework, so I just had to like add in the stuff that he added as requirements for the final problem compared to the homework problem. And so in the homework one, we were only allowed to use the modules math, statistics, and random. So I made my own deck of cards. And then I was like, oh, since the final doesn't require that, I'll just use a module for deck of cards. And so I did, and it honestly, I didn't like it as much as mine. Probably because my, like, functions I made to create a deck of cards are the way that my brain thinks about it. And also partially because theirs wasn't very pretty. Mine was pretty. I used Unicode to add the little, like, hearts and stuff. It's cute. Hell yeah, gamers. Okay, so it's just like the other, any, like, ranges that you've referenced. Got it. I wish everything was including. I hate not including shit. You fucking would. I fucking would. For blackjack. One of your doctors thinks that there are more clinic visits in the late spring. Write a command that will produce a data frame made up of the data for April, May, and June from DF for all 4 sites. Rows 3 through 6 and save it to April, May, June. Okay. April, May, June is equal to df.iloc. Rows 3 through 6. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm just making sure. Up to including the last one. So I could do 3. Right? Not including. Not including. It's hard because he used the negative one here. So I'm like. Well, I guess it'll tell me if I'm wrong, huh? Yay. Inspect by printing it. Print. The only thing that kind of sucks about Codeacademy is that if I was using, like, a IDE... Oh, you never checked what you got in the final? You should do that. But also took this class. Did you make the output pretty for the extra credit points? Because I did. Wait. Oh yeah, print. So the one thing that sucks is if I was just doing this in like my regular Visual Studio Code, it would have it would bring up all the variables I already wrote, so I wouldn't have to keep. Wow, shit! Go away, AI learning assistant. Writing Python scripts in Notepad? Jesus Christ! I think our teacher explicitly was like, "Why would you?" You're allowed to, but I would think you're insane. When we got to choose what IDE we wanted to use. And now I'm taking a C++ class, which I actually have homework to do for that. Not like real homework, just the like, introduce yourself part is due Wednesday. But I'm taking a C++ class just because I wanted to learn I want to do game dev gamers. I actually want to do like game dev streams and stuff. Yeah. I lost my train of thought. It's that kind of day. Making the asterisk patterns does not make sense in my brain. I just went the manual route on the asterisk patterns. Like, I would just... I just surrounded the text that I got with an asterisk. Got full points. I expected no less, I figured. Bot learning how to inject code in himself to think of fart jokes 24/7. Like this. Wait. Hold on 1 second. But here's how I did mine. That's all I did. And a comment that said very efficient? Nice. Nice. Good shit. Yeah. I don't need to do /ends. I got this bad boy. It's not gonna let me print here, but I don't need it. It comes out fine. I was trying to do it with loops. Oh, you're trying to go crazy with it. You were trying to go phantasmic. I did for my blackjack game. I did try to make like little cards. But I cheated. I cheated on the making it pretty part because I was like so done. And by cheated, I mean I used the internet. And by use the internet, I mean I told ChatGPT to write it for me. And then I changed it into like my own words. You know what I mean? I was like, some of the stuff we haven't learned yet. Let me just smoosh this around a little bit, but keep the general idea. But shh, nobody has to know. It was just to make it pretty. Oh, do you guys want to see? Actually, I can show you what it looked like because of the way that our teacher had us upload it. Final problem 2. Yes, I cheated. And I do it again. Copy. Alright. Screenshot incoming. Wait, let me try saving that. Save as picture. Save. Insert image. Okay. Okay. Browse. Pictures. Picture 1. Oh! It's blurry. It's blurry, but you can see the cards though, chat. You can see you can kind of see it. So you can see I did little squares around it. It wasn't perfect, but it did the job. Fun fact, you can repeat a string multiple times with asterisks as an operator, so you can do like repeated strings. I did know that, but when I was doing it for myself, I didn't know what the correct amount of asterisks for the stuff I was writing would be. So it was actually easier for me to just like... That's one of the things our teacher taught us. It was easier for me to just do that. Just be like, alright, that looks about right. Instead of trying to be specific with it. Alright, gamers. We're on to number 11. Select rows with logic. You can select a subset of data frame by using logical statements. Sweet. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Yep. You're going to staff the clinic for January this year. You want to know how many visits took place in January of last year to help you prepare. Create a variable January using logical statement that selects the row of data frame where the month column is January. Okay. See, that's what I thought we were going to do for the iLock. That's why, instead of the command, because this is way more likely, instead of just... To toggle tab focus mode, press Ctrl+M for a list of all functions and keyboard shortcuts. I don't know what you're asking me. Okay, create a variable January. Df dot month. That looks right. Nope. Oh, it's not a data frame. Fuck, I fucked up. Inspect January using print. Sweet. Look at that. Beautiful. You can also combine multiple logical statements as long as each statement is in parentheses, just like real life. Just like everything I've ever done in math and SQL and Excel. In Python, this one means or and means and. I feel like because I don't know this in my brain, it will be faster for me just to type the 2 or 3 letter word. Okay, you want to see how the number of clinics visits change between March and April? Create the variable March-April. Do this using combined with using blah, which means or. Oh, it's making me do it, those fuckers. Unexpected. God damn it. I did it. I definitely didn't do this part right. Okay. Or maybe that's just what it does when you're not printing. This is apparently Jupyter Notebook. But since I'm used to using Visual Studio Code, I'm just gonna look up how to use the notebook in Visual Studio Code, I think, for the stuff that I'm doing. Yeah, it is easier to read. I concur, and I will be doing that, as long as it doesn't... Except... I mean, this thing might keep making me, but... The only... Well, okay. This... Yeah, that I get. That's... Well, the thing is... I'm trying to think. Because having to move my hand from, like, the... Like, that's so fast, and then for this, I have to move my hand. You know what I mean? To get, like, the shift in the thing. Like... Yeah, I do think that just writing and is faster. You could use the isin command to check that df.name is one of a list of values. Isin, Martha Jones, Rose Tyler. Suppose we want to select the rows for the custom name. Okay. Another doctor thinks that you have a lot of clinic visits in the late winter. Create the variable January, February, March containing the data from January, February, March. Okay. Oh, that's my laundry. I could give it a second. I'll do this one and then I'll go grab it. Yay! And then I print it. Sweet! Okay, next. I only have like one more page in this part, this module of the Learn Pandas, so I'm gonna do that before I grab the laundry, I think. Do these last two pages. When we select a subset of a data frame using logic, we end up with non-consecutive indices. This is inelegant. Makes it hard to use. .iloc. Makes it hard to use .iloc. Okay. We can fix this using the method .resetIndex. For example, here's a data frame called df with non-consecutive indices. Yep. If we use the command df resetIndex, we get a new data frame with a new set of indices. Ooh, and I like that it keeps the index. That was going to be my question. Note that the old indices have been moved into a new column called index. It's like the foreign key now. Unless you need those values for something special, it's probably better to use the keyword drop equals true. For the work that I do, I usually would then need to connect it back to like the original table it's from, so I probably wouldn't drop that. Because I would want to know where in the Like, let's say that this is a table of orders. I would want to know where in the orders table these records that I've pulled are, in case I need to, like, do updates and stuff. If you run the command df.resetIndex drop equal true, we get a new data frame that looks like this. Okay. Using .resetIndex will return a new data frame, but we usually just want to modify our existing data frame. If we use the keyword in place equal true, we can just modify our existing data frame. I feel like they should have explained this more instead of going on about the index part. Examine the code in the workspace. Note that df2 is a subset of rows from df. Type the following and print run. And press run. Sweet. Create a new data frame called df3 by resetting the indices on df2. Don't use in place or drop. Oh, I see what they're saying. Okay. It didn't change df2. Reset the indices of df2 by using the word in place equals true. And drop true. Did the indices of df2 change? How is df2 different from df3? Well, let's see. Alright, what do we want to use? In place equals true and drop equals true? It wants me to do both? Would you look at that? It changed them both. Alright, last page, and then I have to run to get my laundry, and then, yeah. And then, yeah. You've completed the lesson. You learned the following basics of working with a single table in Pandas. Woo! Create a table from scratch. Loading data from another file. Actually useful. Selecting certain rows or columns of a table. Actually useful. I mean, I know we have to learn this stuff, but this is the part that was useful to me for the work that I do, because I don't need to create tables from scratch. I'm only ever using existing data. In this example, you'll be the data analyst for 𝗦𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏, a fictional online shoe store. You've seen this data, now it's your turn to work with it. Load the data from 𝗦𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 into the variable order. See, this is the problem, is that it's been a while, so I don't even remember what the, Okay, pandas data frame, adding columns. The pandas apply function can be used to apply a function on every value. Not including the most basic part. Import pandas. Okay, there we go. Data frame creation. Oh, that's right. Wait. Yeah, read CSV. Okay, reading data from a CSV. df is equal to pd.readCSV. And then you do the CSV. Got it. Passing in a dictionary, passing in a list, and then reading a CSV. Hey, I wasn't done yet, fucker. 𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. And it's called orders. Inspect the first 5 lines of data. It's not including. Noise. Your marketing department wants to send out an email blast to everyone who ordered shoes. Select all of the email addresses from the column email and save them to a variable called emails. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to have us start doing... Does it want it to be a series, or does it want it to be a data frame? That is a question. Okay, that was it. Cool. Frances Palmer claims that her order was wrong. What did Frances Palmer order? Use logic to select that row of orders and save it to the variable. Frances Palmer is equal to... This part I've already forgotten. But I'm still learning, so it's not really forgetting. Adding columns, apply. Okay, I guess it just kind of like skipped. Pandas group by. Okay, stuff we haven't done yet. Frances Palmer claims that her orders and save it to the variable Frances Palmer. So I think it was like orders. The problem is my brain just wants to do SQL code right now. It's literally, my brain is literally going select. Oh, that's right. It was this one. df dot, there's the is name in, but what was the other one? Oh, there we go. df. Oh, I was so close. You just gotta trust your gut. You just gotta trust your gut, man. That's what it all comes down to. I literally was just about to do that. Okay. Frances Palmer. We just have first name and last name and shoe material. Okay. Can I make this bigger? There we go. That's easier. First name. I'm a dummy. Is that correct? Nope. DF is... Oh. Wait, let's go back again. Name is in. March, April is equal to DF. Month. Ah, bug. Was it 2 brackets? Oh, come on. Is that my problem? Nope. Checking chat to see if anybody already gave me the answer, but no. I should go back. Hold on. This is essentially what I'm doing. DF, DF. Hey, thank you for the raid, Autumn Dryad. Welcome, welcome. What is up? Did you have a good stream? I'm really confused. Oh, is it because it's called... Okay, so maybe this is supposed to be orders because I named that orders. I just assumed it was like the syntax. Let me try naming this orders. Run. Hi, hi. The truth value of a series is ambiguous? In. Am I losing it? I must have done something silly. Yep. She was good, got a lot of work done? Hell yeah. This is in parentheses, that's in parentheses, it's outside of the parentheses. Those are in strings, that's equal to... Wait, let me see what the error was again. The truth value of a series is ambiguous. Oh, I can view the solution. Let's take a look at the solution. Oh, it wanted me to do it that way. That's funny. But I mean, this way worked. Francis Palmer is equal to orders. Orders have first name. I mean, I didn't do that. Orders. Orders. Bracket, bracket. Parentheses. Orders dot first name. Equal to Francis. We did different ands, but that's not supposed to matter. I'm sorry. Is this thing gaslighting me? Am I being gaslit? Is this not almost exactly the same? I feel insane. I feel insane. Hold on. Oh my god, that is I'm okay. Let me try just changing the and, my and to their and. Let's see if that fixes it. I guess that was it. I guess I can't use and. I mean, I can use or. That was crazy. We need some customer reviews for comfortable shoes. Select all orders for shoe type, clogs, boots, and ballet flats. And save them to the variable comfy shoes. Okay. Comfy shoes is... orders. Orders dot shoe type dot is in, I think that's what it was, clogs, boots, ballet flats. Let's see if I got it right off the top of my head. Nope. Order is not defined. Oh, frick. Typos. See, I'm too used to being able to... Is in takes stupid before we're given. Let's go back. Oh, because I didn't make it a list. I'm a dummy. I forgot to turn it into a list. I just slammed those in. Cool. Run. Sweet. Look at all that expa I've earned. Learning expa. Consider the following code that is intended to create a... Okay, I do have to grab my, whatchamacallit, laundry first, so I will BRB. And I have returned, gamers. Okay. Will this code create a valid data frame? If not, why? Grades is equal to pd.pandas.dataframe. Blurp. Blank. Blurp. I think it would because you can use a dictionary. Nope. The code will not run because grade for the year has fewer elements than the other columns. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Because I honestly didn't care that much. Because it's so irrelevant to the work that I'm going to do. If you want to select the row including all of the data for the month of May, which of the following lines of code could you use? Okay. clinicdf.month is May? Yes. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You couldn't use that one. Can't use that one. Can't use that one, so it's gotta be this one. You're doing some analytics on the ages of the typical customer for a company. They give you the following data frame. If you want to ignore all of the P, and only select the ages from the data frame, which of the following lines of code would you use? I think you could use that because it's there. Customers.column equal to age. Customers.age. Customers column age. This is for rows, so we don't want to use that. I think it's this one. Yeah, that's right. If we have the following initial data frame shown below, and we want to reset the indices and overwrite the data frame to obtain the final data frame shown below, what line of code would you use? We want to overwrite, then it would be in place true. And it also reset the, and got rid of the, okay, so it'd be in place true, drop equals true. Which of the following commands will correctly import the CSV into the data frame? This one. Are we gonna bother reading the others? Which of the following commands will print the first 5 rows? Head 5. Give me 5 head. 1 incorrect. And it was one that I didn't even try on, so I'm gonna close my door because dogs are being dumb. Alright, back to it. Alright, modifying data frames. Let's fucking go. In the previous lesson, you learned what a data frame is and how to select subsets of data from one. In this lesson, you learned how to modify an existing data frame. Some of the skills you learned: adding columns, using lambda functions to calculate complex quantities, and renaming columns. Examine the pandas code displayed to the right in a Jupyter notebook. For now, don't worry about understanding every line. These are just some examples of what you'll be able to do by the end of the lesson. When you're ready, continue to the next exercise. Alright, let's examine. Before we analyze anything, we need to import pandas, and then we read the, so first we import pandas as PD, and we use PD so that it's easier to write, because we're gonna have to put it faster to write. So import pandas as PD. DF stands for data frame is PD.readCSV, so we're bringing in messy orders. Let's examine the first 10 rows. So we use the head function to get the first 10 rows. Oh no, it looks like our data entry was a little sloppy. Some of the shoe types are all caps and others are all lowercase. This is messy and we'd like to clean it up. We can do this by applying string.lower to the column shoe type. Makes sense, makes sense. Import string, that's a module. Data frame shoe type equal to data frame.shoetype.apply string lower. Okay, and then we brought up the first 10 rows. Hey F, how's it going? How you doing? Now all the fields are lowercase. Sweet. Our factory says that they're not able to stock fabric shoes anymore. Let's add a column in stock, which is true for all non-fabric shoes and false for fabric shoes. Okay. Gives it in stock shoe material that apply lambda x false if x is equal to fabric else true. Our marketing department wants to announce some purchases on our Twitter feed. This is fire. I go to school for this stuff. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Python. I'm learning specifically the PANDAS module, so I can do some data analysis. Maybe I'll start doing my, what you could call it, homework. C++ homework on stream. Oh, you just finished your Python semester? Sweet. I actually just finished my Python semester too. This is just something I'm doing on top of it after. Because we didn't learn about the PANDAS module in beginning Python. Let's add a description to each row. I want to announce some purchases on our Twitter feed. Let's add a description to each row that they can use. This will show up as a new column called description. Row blah 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 blah. Alright, got it. Alright, good night, F. Sleep tight. Good luck with your final assessment. Holy shit. I hope you nail it. Sometimes we want to add a column to an existing data frame. We might want to add new information or perform a calculation based on the data that we already have. One way that we can add a new column is by giving a list of the same length as the existing data frame. Suppose we own a hardware store called the Handy Woman and have a data frame containing inventory information. It looks like the actual quantity of each product in our warehouse is missing. Let's use the following code to add that information to our data frame. So we just added it in because we just know the quantities. Ugh, physical inventory. Our new data frame looks like this. Sweet. The data frame DF contains information on products sold at the hardware store. Add a column to DF called sold in bulk, which indicates if the product is sold in bulk or individually. The final table should look like this. Okay. Oh, so it just wants me to do it this way. I see. Did we call this? Yeah, we did call it DF. Sold in bulk. Yes. No. Yay. We can also add a new column that is the same for all the rows in data frame. Let's return to our inventory example. Suppose that we know that all our products are currently in stock. We can add a column that says DF in stock equal true. Now all of the rows have a column called in stock with value true. Add a column to DF called is tax, which indicates whether or not to collect sales tax. It should be yes for all rows. Will this work? Yes. Okay, cool. Finally, you can add a new column by performing a function on the existing columns. Maybe we want to add a column to our inventory table with the amount of sales tax that we need to charge for each item. The following code multiplies each price by 0.075, the sales tax for our state. Now our table has a column called sales tax. Add column to DF called margin, which is equal to the difference between the price and the cost to manufacture. This is something that I'm actually doing in my job, is adding one called margin. So it'd be df.price minus df dot and cost of manufacture. I mean, I don't think I could do, should I do like this? Or maybe if I were at work, I would do it like that. Nope. Why did they do this to me? Oh, I'm so dumb. It's so obvious. Right? Oh, invalid syntax. Okay. Maybe like that? Nope. Oh, I was close. I was really close. But I guess if I'm doing it for that one, I have to do it for both. Understood. Alright, the apply function. Let's fucking go. We use the apply function to apply a function to every value in a particular column. Alright, so that's like, yep. When we want to make everything uppercase. Apply the function lower to all the names in column name in df dot. Assign these new names to a new column of df called lowercase name. So df name is equal to df dot name dot apply str dot lower. Not apply. Sweet. A lambda function is a way of defining a function in a single line of code. Usually we would assign them to a variable. For example, the following lambda function multiplies a number by 2 and then adds 3. Print my lambda 5. Lambda x. Okay, so we're defining a function. The output is greater than 13. Five times 2, 10 plus 3. Oh, it's just saying that the output is 13. That is not a greater than in that context. Got it. Lambda functions work with all types of variables, not just integers. Here's an example that takes in a string, assigns it to the temporary variable x, and then converts it to lowercase. String lambda is equal to lambda x, x dot lower. Print string lambda. Oh, hi, Mark. So we're like, so it's lambda's used to define a function inside of a variable? Why would you do this instead of defining a function? Will you explain that to me? Learn more about lambda functions in this article. Thank you. A function is an object that is able to accept some sort of input, possibly modify it, and return some sort of output. In Python, a lambda function is a one-line shorthand for function. So this code would print blah. The function is stored in a variable called add2. Lambda declares that this is a lambda function. If you're familiar with normal Python functions, this is similar to how we use def to declare a function. Let's write a lambda function that checks if a string is, but like why? But why won't you tell me? why I would choose to use this over defining a function. We can do this using an if statement. This is declare lambda function, return got_name. Otherwise, lambda functions only work if we're just doing one-line command. If we need a more complex function. Lambda functions are great when you need to use a function once because you aren't defining a function. The reusability aspect functions is not present with lambda functions. By saving the work of defining a function, okay. Allows us to efficiently run an expression, produce an output for a specific task, such as defining a column in a table or populating information in a dictionary. Okay. I still don't fully understand why I would want to use it, but I'll just keep going. Create a lambda function called 𝗦𝗧𝗥𝗧. That returns the first and last letters of a string, assuming the string is at least 2 characters long. Bruh. I need my I need a cheat sheet on the string functions. So I can get the first and last. I guess I could do... Could I do, that makes sense. Let's see. Sweet. Okay, yeah, I did it. We can make our lambdas more complex by using a modified form of an if statement. The following function will convert the number of hours into time and a half hours using an if statement. Below is a lambda function that does the same thing. In general, the syntax for an if function and a lambda function is lambda x, outcome if true, if conditional, else, outcome if false. You're managing the webpage of a somewhat violent video game and you want to check that each user's age is 13 or greater when they visit the site. Write a lambda function that takes an inputted age and either returns welcome to Battle City if the user is 13 or older, or you must be 13 or older if they're younger than 13. Your lambda function should be called 𝗦𝗧𝗥𝗧. 𝗦𝗧𝗥𝗧 that is equal to lambda x, outcome if true, welcome to Battle City, if x greater than or equal to 13, else you must be 13 or older. Line of 14 should produce welcome to Battle City. X, welcome to Battle City if x is greater than or equal to 13. Maybe it's the greater than or equals where I fucked it up. I'll just do greater than 12. Else you must be... Okay, let's try that again. Should produce. Oh, do I need? Oh, print. I need to add print. What? Oh, I forgot the exclamation point. There we go. Okay. I just forgot an exclamation point. Wasn't even that big. Wasn't even that big a deal. Applying a lambda to a column. In pandas, we often use lambda functions to perform complex operations on columns. For example, suppose that we want to create a column containing the email provider for each email address in the following table. We could use the following code with the lambda function in the string method.split. See, this is the kind of shit that's really hard to do in SQL. The amount of code you have to write to get, like, in SQL to get just a split. Such a pain. I can feel the weight lifted off my shoulders. I'm gonna be able to use this so much. Alright. Email provider equal df.email.apply lambda x split at -1. I would go further and get rid of the .com too, but because it's not really a provider, but that, yeah. Create a lambda function, get last name, which takes a string with someone's first and last name, i.e. John Smith, and returns with just the last name. Okay, so this would be df.name.apply lambda x x.split just a space and then -1. Data frame object has no attribute name. Those fuckers. Why would it be capitalized here and not here? Those fuckers! Are you sure get last name is a lambda function? I'm not. I'm not sure. Oh. Wait, do I just get rid of... No. What did I do wrong? Get last name. Does split automatically do spaces? I didn't know that. But also oh, it wants me to do it. Okay. Oh! Okay. I see. It wants me to just make the lambda function and then add it to the apply. Got it. The data frame df represents the hours worked by different employees over the course of the week. It contains the following columns: name, hourly wage, hours worked. Use the lambda function get last name to create a new column, last name, with only the employee's last name. Okay. So now I would do df last name equal to df dot name dot apply get last name. Df last name is equal to df dot name dot apply get last name. df.email.apply, and then they just had the, okay. Yay! Cool. Almost done with this part. Applying a lambda to a row. We can also operate on multiple columns at once if we use apply without specifying a single column and add the argument axis equals 1. If we use apply without specifying a single column and add the argument axis equal 1, the input to our lambda function will be an entire row, not a column. The thing that I don't like about Codeacademy compared to like taking a class is that it doesn't really explain the theory behind anything. Like, it's just like giving you steps to do stuff, but why? What is axis? And why does adding the argument axis equal 1? And I don't need it to go like super in depth, like all the way down to like, well, because then it said 0, 0, 1 to, I don't need that, but I want like a general idea. The input to our lambda function will be an entire row, not a column. To access particular values of the row, we use the syntax row.column_name or row column name. Suppose we have a table representing a grocery list. If is text is yes, then we'll want to multiply price. If is text is no, then we'll just have price without multiplying it. We can create this column using a lambda function and the keyword axis equals 1. I mean, I guess I could ask. Because it does have, wait, there was that AI thing. It was just here. Reset workspace, copy file, concept review, cheat sheet. Oh, okay. Okay, I can do it there. That's fine. If an employee worked for more than 40 hours, she needs to be paid overtime. For instance, if an employee worked for 43 hours and made $10 an hour, she would receive $400 for the first 40 hours that she worked, and an additional $45 for the 3 hours of overtime. Okay. The eeps are hitting. The eeps are hitting. Okay. You have to deploy a villain, blah, 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 blah. Create a random function called total earned. Total earned is equal to lambda x. That accepts an input row with keys, hours worked, and hourly wage, and uses it an if statement to calculate the total word. Okay. Row. So row hours worked greater than 40. Oh, that's right. Row hourly wage times 1.5 if row hours worked greater than 40 Okay. Row hourly wage times 40 plus row hourly wage times hours worked minus 40 times 1.5 if row hours worked greater than 40. Else, row hourly wage minus row, not minus, times row hours worked. Hours worked. Run. Unsupported operand for minus lists and int. I could do some, maybe? Maybe that was my problem? Alright, show me the solution. What'd I do wrong? See, also at this point, I feel like defining a function would be easier than this. Slash. Wait, huh? Total earned is equal to lambda row. Okay. Okay, so I liked that better before. Hourly wage times 40 plus hourly wage times 1.5 times row dot hours worked minus 40. Why does it do backslashes? Is it because of the new line? They didn't do backslashes here. Well, either way, I think it just wants me to do it like this. Wait. Okay, yes. Ba-dink. Ba-dink. Okay. Use the lambda function to earn apply to add a column total earned to DF with the total amount earned by each employee. DF total earned equal to total earned total earned access equals 1. Wait. df.apply. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. df.apply total earned. And then this is where the access minus 1 thing comes into play. Or access equals 1. Access equal 1. So let's print our data frame. Alright, now we can ask it what the hell this stuff means. Tells pandas to apply the total earn function to each row, not column on the data frame. This way you calculate earnings for every employee based on their row data. Why is it access? And what would it mean if I put 0 or 2? In pandas, access tells the function which direction to work on. Access equals 0 means operate down the rows column-wise. Each column is passed to the function. Access equal 1 means operate across the columns row-wise. Each row is passed to the function. If you use access equal 2, pandas will give an error because data frames only have 2 axes, rows and columns. Makes sense. Okay. Okay. See, they should have explained that up here. And add the argument access equal 1. They should have said, because the input to our lamp will be an entire row, not a column. See, that should have been explained here. That whole part about axis, what an axis is. Like, in reference to this module, not generally speaking. You can always infer things, but like, you can't read somebody else's brain. You know what I mean? That's why documentation is important. People do things differently. Just like that person who made a deck of cards module and I didn't like it, so I made my own deck of cards. It do be that way sometimes. When we get our data from other sources, we often want to change the column names. For example, we might want all the columns names to follow variable name rules so that we can use which tab completes rather than df. Yes. Okay, yes. I love tab completes. And it makes me so sad that you don't have it, Codeacademy. We can change all the column names at once by setting represent the column labels of the data frame. Dot column, by setting the dot columns property to a different list. This is great because when you need to change all of the column names at once, but be careful, you can easily mislabel columns if you get the ordering wrong. Here's an example. This command edits the existing data frame. The data frame df contains data about movies from IMDb. We want to present this data to some film producers right now. Our column names are in lowercase and are not very descriptive. Let's modify df using the dot columns attribute to make the following changes to the columns. Old, new. Okay. So I would do... Got it. Okay. df.columns equal to, and then I put the column names in here. So this would be ID, title, category, year released, and rating. Beautiful. You can also rename individual columns by using the rename method. Pass a dictionary like the one below to the columns keyword argument. Old column name 1, new column name. Okay. Here's an example. df.rename columns equal to name, first name, age. In place equals true. In place means that it replaces the existing one. The code above will rename blah 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 blah. Using rename with only column keywords will create a new data frame. In place equals true. Yep. You rename just one column. You can be specific about which column names are getting changed. If you misspell one, this command won't fail, it just won't change anything. If we didn't know that DF was a table of movie ratings, the column name might be confusing. To clarify, let's rename name to movie title. Use a keyword in place true so that you modify DF rather than creating a new data frame. Okay. df.rename columns equal to dictionary name should be changed to what? Movie title? Movie title. And where do we put? Okay, and then we do the comma. In place equal to true. Run. Cool. Last thing, review. Great job in this lesson. You learned how to modify an existing data frame. Some of the skills you learned: adding columns to a data frame using lambda functions to calculate complex quantities, renaming columns. Let's practice what you just learned. Once more, you'll be the data analyst for shoefly.com, a fictional online store. More messy order data has been loaded into the variable orders. Examine the first 5 rows of the data using print and head. Okay. How many of the first 5? Cool. Many of our customers want to buy vegan shoes made from materials that do not come from animals. Add a new column called shoe source, which is vegan if the material is not leather and animal otherwise. Add a new column called shoe source. Okay, so df dot shoe source is equal to lambda x df dot shoe source is equal to vegan if x does not equal leather. I mean, do we have any animal? If x does not equal leather. Or, oh no, and. I'll just do animal. X does not equal animal. Actually, I'm gonna make this. I'm just gonna call this my lambda, or shoe source equal to my lambda df dot shoe material. Like that. Show source. Like that. Vegan if x does not equal leather and x does not equal animal. df.shoe source is equal to my lambda df.shoe material. Run! Damn it! Else blank. Run! Damn it! Unexpected indent. Oh fuck. Run! Invalid syntax. Fuck. Order shoe source. Oh! Wait. Oh, that's so smart. Wait, why do they keep doing these slashes? Backslashes. Just new line? Animal if x equals... Oh, I misread the question. Okay. Vegan if x equal to... I'll just do animal if x equal to leather. Else vegan. I'm still fucking up. Did I do the dot? Oh, I didn't do the dot apply. I'm a dummy. Orders that shoe material dot apply. Orders dot shoe material dot apply. And they just put that in there, but I can do... Could I just do my lambda? No. Orders... Oh my gosh. Which one would I bet that the other stuff probably would have worked? Invalid syntax. Animal else vegan. Orders that shoe source. Do orders that shoe material dot apply. Dot apply random x animal if x is equal to leather else vegan. What is the difference between this and this? Nothing. Nothing is the difference. Okay. That's fine. Our marketing department wants to send out an email to each customer using the column's last name and gender. Create a column called Salutation, which contains Dear Mr. for men and Dear Ms. for women. No one does that shit anymore. But it's the final countdown. I'm at the end. I can do this. Ugh. 12 out of 12. All right. Let's try this again. Formula. Salute is equal to lambda row Dear Mr. plus orders dot last name. Oh no, I think it would be row dot last name, right? Row dot last name if row dot gender is equal to male else, dear Ms. plus row dot last name. And then orders dot salutation is equal to order salutation is equal to salute, or should I just, no, it would be orders dot orders dot apply lambda row. Okay, I did. Oh, axis 1, axis equal 1. That's the part that my brain was struggling. Orders dot apply salute x equals 1. Damn it. Axis equals 1. Axis equals 1. Dummy. Name male is not defined. Occurred at index 0. Oh, because I did not. Damn it. Did you mean salutation to orders? Did you add salutation? Order salutation. Why is it so confused? You go up, that goes up there. This thing is so confused right now. Why does it think this is down here? Okay, let me put this up on row 8. Maybe that'll help it. Okay, that's slightly better. It really hates that I didn't include a backslash. Replace with solution. It's fine. I think I'll be able to do it regular. I think it's being a little nitpicky. Which is annoying because it's switching. It's switching between the, like, using the brackets and not using the brackets. Which is annoying. Choose one, or allow me to do both. Okay. The following random function is intended to take the age of a visitor to a website and check if they are over 13 years old. If they are, the function should welcome. If they are not, it should tell them so. Will this lambda function work? If not, why not? Age check is equal to lambda x. Welcome to the site. If age, it won't because that should be x. Yay. The data frame below shows a set of student grades for 3 units in a biology course. Unfortunately, the unit names are not descriptive. Sorry. Names are not descriptive, and the student names are simply stored in a column called ID. Which of the following commands will change the names of the columns to the following ID to name Unit 1 to Ecology, Unit 2 to Cells, and Unit 3 to Genetics? I think this one would. Name. It wouldn't be this one because it's in the wrong order. I think you have to do rename to do the dictionary one. Grades not rename. And I do think that you have to do columns. Yes, okay. Read through the following block of code. How many columns does the resulting data frame customers contain, not including the index? Customers, columns 1, 2, 3. And then they added purchase volume 4. And then they added area code 5. Yay! The data frame attendance is shown below and counts the number of days a student has been absent. If a student has been absent for more than 10 days, we want to call their parents. How about we add a column with yes if a student has been absent for more than 10 days and no if not. Attendance call parents is equal to attendance set apply if days absent greater than 10, yes, else no. I'm leaning towards that one. Oh, but we didn't do lambda. So this one, lambda row. Yes if row days absent. Lambda row, yes if row days absent greater than 10, else no. Axis equals 1. Attendance call parents is equal to attendance and apply lambda row if row... Okay, it's not that one because it has to be yes first. If yes if row days absent greater than 10, else no. We need the axis equals 1, so it is this one. Consider the following data frame showing the daily inventory and amount of products sold of a local office supply store. You want to add a column to this data frame to determine how many of each item is remaining at the end of the day, which the following prices of code would accomplish this. Office supply store remaining inventory equal to office supply store. Wait, what are we doing again? Daily inventory and amount of products sold of a local office supply store. You want to add a column to determine how many of each item is remaining at the end of the day. Okay. Initial inventory minus number sold is what I would do. Column remaining inventory equal to column. I think it has to have the column, don't it? Or was it? No, we can do the dot. Damn it! Well, you can refer to column, or when you are defining column, you must use... Oh, I see. So at the beginning. I see. It's going pretty well, Rec. I just made a goof. That's the first goof of this quiz. Considering the following lambda function, but with... I'm actually almost done, too. Sleepy. EP. Eeped out. What would be the output of my lambda 4? This is just asking me to break out a calculator, and I don't want to. So 4 squared is 16. 3 times 4 is 12. 16 plus 4... No. 16 plus 12 is 28. 28 is greater than 7. So 2 times 28 minus 10. It's probably this one. Damn it! Negative 2. 4 is less than 7. Wait, 4? Oh, if x is... I'm so dumb. Damn it, they got me. They got me, gamers. They tricked me. I'm fucked. Practice concepts. I don't think I need to practice. I think my brain is... Well, at least not right now. My brain is kind of fried. Let's see. Alright, that's it for today, gamers. I hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday. And I'll see you later.